Hey everybody, welcome to the end of day 21. That's right, this is the last day of 3 weeks. So you know what that means? Tomorrow's going to be weigh in. I mean, just for tracking. I mean, I am not super focused on weight, but let's face it. We all want to lose weight if you're morbidly obese. Yes, I feel better. Yes, my energy, but I want that to translate. I want to feel some rewards for that. Like I want to get some body loss. Now, tonight's dinner, I guess I don't think you could say I fell off the wagon. We're going to see what you guys think. I guess the purists might be a little upset, but I did introduce a couple of things that are in the carnivore world. So they are carnivore approved in the bigger scope, but I have been trying to keep closer to B and E. Of course, I've been a little dirty with things like coffee, and I think I had like a little bit of Old Bay seasoning in my sardine cakes. Just a few little things like that here and there. Some cheese that's kind of dirty for B and E, but it still falls within carnivore. So tonight for my family, I made chicken wings. Now, I knew that I couldn't do it the traditional way, which I make them really crispy, where I do like a low heat in the oven. I let them dry out, like the moisture on the skin. I let them dry like on a low heat for like an hour, and then I usually will fry them in oil. Fry them in oil and, toss them in sauce. There you go. Classic buffalo wings. But I knew that with carnivore, any kind of seed oils, and it's not like you can have just this massive pool of butter. I don't think that would even work. But if it did, it'd probably be super expensive. That's not the point. So what I did was I went to oven baked. All right. And oven baked wings traditionally are so hard to get crispy. They are so hard to get crispy. Now, um, I did find a few different recipes out there. The one that I use, I'm just gonna let you know. So I bought is it like about 5 pounds of wings. Okay. I prepped them, I cut them like you're supposed to. I cut them, and then I saved all the tips. By the way, because on the wing you've got your drum, your flat, and your tip. I saved all the tips, and then I actually put them in a pan and put some salt water like a few inches above the wingtip, and I put it on like a low boil for like a couple hours, and I made like just like a little quick broth out of them, and of course saved the broth a little bit ago and gave the tips away. So, but the wings. So the wings, what I did was after I cut the drums and the flats, I um laid them all out on some parchment paper, and I toweled them off, with a kitchen towel, and got as much moisture as I could. Threw them in a big bowl, and I took a couple tablespoons of baking powder. So yes, baking powder. This has been used in other carnivore recipes. Um, some of you might be like, I don't know, Josh, baking powder. I get it, but I did throw in the baking powder and not baking soda, baking powder, and some salt. Okay, and I tossed it all around. I tossed that around. I want to say with the 5 pounds of wings, I used like 4 tablespoons of powder, just enough to a light coating on the wings. And then I lined them up on a tray. And I'm sorry I didn't take any pictures tonight, but well, I mean, you'll see. Yeah, there's like in the thumbnail. I'll show you it again. Okay, so you can see there the wings are lined on the air racks, right? The wire racks. So I line them all up in the wire racks, and then I put another kind of sprinkling of salt around them, Himalayan pink salt. and I put them in the oven, and I put them on the low rack, on the lowest rack, for 250 degrees for a half hour. Okay. Once that half hour was up, I took them out, did a 180, turned the pan completely around, and I put the in the middle rack, and I put the oven to 425. I put them in the oven and for 45 minutes. Okay. And I got to tell you, then I think I broiled them. I left them in the middle rack and I turned on broil, and I let them broil for like 3 minutes, maybe 4. They started getting that, like, as you see in the picture, a few little black spots here and there, but they came out and they were so crispy. And I tossed them in a butter. So what I did is I melted a couple sticks of butter and, used a whisk, got it real smooth. And then I added salt. It was salted butter, but when I tasted it, to me, it needed a little more salt, So I did some pink salt in there, whisked it up real good until I got the right amount of taste, and it was like a good, good, decent butter taste. And that's what I tossed some wings in, and as you've seen in the plate. So the wings tasted amazing. Now, I didn't just eat that plate of wings. Like I said, I ended up having about 15 roughly chicken wings, because I think altogether it was close to 30, and I split them with me and my son. And my wife was having some leftover chicken enchiladas. So we split the wings. Like I said, I had about 15. He had about 15. And now half of mine was with the butter sauce. Now the other half of mine, I tossed them in the wing sauce. So this is the second thing that kind of dirtied my carnivore, is hot sauce. So, pretty much an original wing sauce is pretty much, you just take a basic hot sauce, like a cayenne pepper sauce, like, for example, Frank's Red Hot. So you take Frank's Red Hot and you have melted butter, put them together, you've got wing sauce. That's where a lot of your wings are. Now you can add other stuff, but like if you want a garlic wing sauce, if you want, you can add some Worcestershire, you can add some celery salt or whatever. There's things you can do to add and enhance that if you want. But the pure, and that's what I did. I just made a pure basic wing sauce because, again, I was told that, yes, you can use hot sauce in your carnivore occasionally, or, it's okay in like a dirty carnivore. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I feel like it's fine. And so I made that butter sort of with the wing sauce and butter, or wing sauce, and I tossed my other half in those. And they were, of course, delicious, So I know, like, in the hot sauce itself, there's a little bit of vinegar, of course, the pepper, and some salt, and I think there was like one other thing. But there's not a lot to the hot sauce. And again, I know it's usually pretty friendly because it's usually 0 sugar, 0 carb. But again, tell me what you guys think. Do you think hot sauce is okay? Am I going to go to, did I commit some sins? Am I going to go to carnivore hell or something? I don't know. Carb hell? I don't know what you would consider it. I don't know. But I did. I tossed half of mine in the wing sauce. Now, I'm going to see how it reacts. Now, I will say, just having the wings, with no seed oils, just air fried, and they were crispy. They came out crispy. My son was blown away. He was like, dude, these are the crispiest and probably the best wings I've had. He was blown away by how simple and easy that was, and it was all oven baked, no vegetable oils, no fryer, nothing. And the chicken, I mean, it was good. So, like I said, you guys tell me what you think, but I'm going to see how I feel. I'm going to see how my body reacts to some hot sauce. I'm not saying I'm going to have hot sauce every day. Relax. I'm not going to start putting it on my eggs every single day. But it was a sunny night, And, you know, I figured, hey, cheat day. But here's what I want to get into tonight. This is the subject, as you guys probably seen from the from the title, is cheat day. So do I believe in cheat days? No, I don't believe in cheat days. I think any diet that has a cheat day is setting you up for failure. Okay. So it's almost as if it's saying, hey, this diet's not good enough. So we're going to give you a cheat day so you can sin a little bit and be happy, you know, even though the rest of the diet sucks and you should be happy all the time. Well, I'm here to tell you, like, I just don't believe in cheat days. I don't think that they are, I think they're toxic. I think they're setting you up for failure. I think mentally they set you up for failure because a cheat day turns into like a cheat weekend and a cheat week, and it's always like, I'll start back Monday. I'll start back Monday. You know, you have a cheat day on Sunday. You're like, well, it's a good thing I'm dieting tomorrow. Going back to my diet tomorrow on Monday. And then all of a sudden, Saturday, one day, you have a weekend that rolls around and it's a special event. So you got to have your cheat day on a Saturday. And then you're like, and then something else happens on Sunday, like that weekend. So you're like, well, I already screwed up Saturday and today's Sunday and tomorrow's Monday. I'll just start back Monday, you see? And next thing you know, something else comes up like on a Thursday and you're like, oh man, like, well, it's the weekend coming up, and you're always going to justify, you're always going to rationalize it like that. And you're like, well, you know, the weekend's coming up. I guarantee a lot of you watching out there, you're going to know what I'm talking about. And you've done it. You've probably done it a million times like I have. And so you're going to be like, well, I'll start back Monday. And then again, now you have that Thursday that you cheated, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now you got 4 days. Next thing you know, you might do it toward the end of a month and you're going to go, man, I kind of really screwed up this month. What is it? The 20th, the 21st. I mean, you know, let's just start over next month, you know, let's start over next month. And then maybe you will, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get to that month and you just, something comes up but you guys know what I mean. So cheat days are horrible. Did I just joke around and say, yes, I had a cheat day? I did, but I tried to make it carnivore friendly cheat day, so to speak. Okay. It was just my own, like I kept it within that carnivore realm, and that's what I want to do for sure. So, but I don't know. You guys tell me. You're the carnivore police out there, I'm sure. Suggestions. I've had a lot of great suggestions. You guys are awesome. Everything from like yolk in my coffee, maybe yolk and butter. Like, I guess maybe it's another ingredient of a possible bullet coffee. I don't know, but I asked for clarification, so they should probably get back with me. But a lot of you guys have shared some amazing stories, and I commend you all. I tried to tell you all thank you for sharing your stories, your testimonials. For some of you, I know there's been a small handful of you that have just started. Hang in there. Hang in there. I'm trying. I mean, if I can do it, like I said, I'm always fighting that uphill battle. I'm in a household where it's, you know, we have multiple people and they all eat bad. Except for me right now, I guess technically. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be like on a high horse. I'm just saying, like, they're eating like normal and I'm eating carnivore. So when I made wings, it was nice that I could have them with my son, and he was like, cool. He didn't even like fuss with anything. He loved it. It was close and normal as normal. And my wife, like I said, she had her leftover chicken enchiladas and all that stuff. So everybody was happy tonight. I do know one of my viewers commented that, you know, they were tired of making 3 meals and they quit. You know, they just quit. They were doing carnivore and they just got sick of making multiple meals all the time. And that is exactly what happened to me a year ago. It's like, you know, we were making multiple meals. We were just fighting a lot about that whole multiple meal thing, and it just got too much. This time around, I'm trying to do more of dinners that might be more keto based, like, say, for example, some kind of like steak and broccoli or steak and asparagus, or like a chicken and broccoli, but then I can add in just a little thing of pasta, you know, some butter noodles or some Parmesan noodles or cheesy noodles for my family. and I can just have the meat, you know, so it kind of will go both ways. It's one of those meals you can sort of take some stuff out and you still have carnivore. So if you can, always try to find those ideas, but just try to hang in there. And again, meal prep for me, it's a lot easier when I can just meal prep, have some ground beef ready, have that bacon ready, and then it's just a lot easier for me to just warm up my stuff and make their dinner. That way, again, it doesn't necessarily always feel like I'm just making and cooking so long just for both of us. Anyways, or both sides of the fences. But to kind of go back after the video, I think I did end up having some coffee late last night. Just wanted to mention that. I always want to tell you guys everything I had. Pepperoni snack. Had about small little, like, I don't know, 10, 12. Had that, you know, around 3 o'clock. And had a couple of pieces of bacon while I was cooking dinner because I knew that I wasn't going to get any bacon. I was just going to be having the wings. And I know that chicken, but there was the at least the skin was all on there. So I'm hoping I had some good fats from that. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to see how everything goes. I do have some, I've got my coffee right here. I know, guys, coffee's bad. But let me tell you, I have been sleeping better when I am going to sleep, even with me drinking coffee kind of late at night. I've always been the kind of person I can usually get to sleep, even like back in the day when I could just drink an energy drink. Like I remember drinking the last bit of my energy drink at 2:30 in the morning as I'm pulling up to my house and coming in and going to bed and falling asleep. So I'm one of those people that I can do that. So, but even with my coffee, but I don't drink it like right before bed. But I am enjoying my coffee right now. It's pretty nice. But tell me what you guys think about the hot sauce thing. I'd be curious. I know it's within that scope, but I would like, honestly, I would like to have my hot sauce every once in a while. I think it would definitely help me out through this. I think if I could mostly stick with the BBB and E and still keep the cheeses, you know, to a minimum. Um, and then just if I could have some hot sauce every once in a while, I think that would be that would help me out a lot. I think with getting through some things. That's just my opinion. And I know that it's not, you guys aren't the ultimate say so, but I respect your guys' opinions. I really do. So let me know what you think. If you think, you know, do you agree? Is hot sauce every once in a while okay? Is it going to depend on how I feel tomorrow? Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll get on here and be like, guys, I don't think the hot sauce was a good idea. Or I might say, hey, I don't feel affected. I mean, I can tell you I don't feel bloated right now. I don't feel any achiness. I feel pretty solid, just like when I normally eat my meat or my beef and other things. I'm not feeling anything there. Um, Energy wise, potty wise was good since I dropped the tea. Potty wise was pretty good today, fairly solid. And yeah, so tomorrow's weigh-in, guys. Again, I put emphasis on that, but again, it's just that feedback. You know, it's like you want to know that you're doing things mostly right, and the scale helps you with that, especially when you're, you know, big like me or bigger. You know, it just really helps. So, but guys, thank you all so much for the support. I don't want to ramble on too much later tonight. Again, I'm trying to think if there was anything else to pass on. I did feel there was a little bit of time when I was working on the Christmas tree, and I almost felt as if I was going to get a little dizzy. I don't know. I'm just mentioning it. I know there's a lot of speculation that could happen, so I'm sure I may get somebody in the comments be like, well, it could be this, could be that. I don't know. I let up on the water yesterday, and now I'm back to drinking my water this evening. I will say I drink more water um through the week than I do on the weekends. When on the weekends I'm home, I just spend a lot of time doing projects, and I just don't. When I'm working, I have my water bottle right there. It's ice water, and I get in my vehicle. It's right there. Take a sip, and I just sip on it through the day. And I come home and I will refill it, and I tend to drink it a lot more through the week. So the weekend, so I don't know if maybe it could have been like my body saying, "Hey, dummy, drink some water." So either way, it worked, and I'm drinking some water, and I haven't felt any kind of dizziness at all. But it was very subtle, so I just wanted to let you know. All right. Anyways, guys, rambling on again. We'll see you tomorrow, guys, and wish me luck on the weigh-in.